So I figured we'll do a little video breakdown for you. So I got another clip from the movie Shot Caller, and without further ado, here it is.
You ordered from the canteen?
There's gonna be a balloon in your canteen. You're responsible for it.
What do I do with it?
Take it to yard tomorrow.
How?
In your fucking ass, man. Make sure you lube up, too. You don't want that shit breaking off inside you. Is there a problem? Find out how a white boy fights. Would you like to find that
We
out?
don't have a problem.
No problem. No.
No loitering, Jenkins. Let's go.
Keep good hygiene, sir.
Keep putting in that work, money man.
Yeah, so that's pretty much how it goes down. So that's what you guys have to look forward to if you get locked up and sent to the joint. Putting foreign objects up your ass. Yeah, never fun. Why do you have to put it up your ass? Well, you get strip searched a lot, often. And a lot of times, like if it's a higher level yard or a violent yard, you're getting strip searched before you come to the yard. And so kind of like how that video portrayed, like he fucking, we call it we call it hooping it. The old timers called it keistering. We call it hooping. He hooped that shit at night, as you can see, very uncomfortable. And then the next morning at yard, when he came out, he immediately went to the bathroom. And you know, he had a point man with him. You always bring a point man when you go to the bathroom, whether you're doing something illegal or not. You always have someone watching your back when you're in a vulnerable position. But yeah, and you go out to the yard and act like you're taking a shit, and you shit whatever it is inside of you out of you. Wash it off real good in the sink, and then pass it to whoever you got to pass it to. You know, I highly advise not volunteering to do shit like that, because several reasons. I've seen guys that had, you know, hot shit up their ass like that, and it broke. The balloon broke, because when you put it up your ass, it's not really up your ass. It gets sucked up into your guts, like up into your guts. Sometimes like high. You know, your colon is your large intestine. It goes all kind of like goes up and around, so it'll suck up into your guts. And if it gets like, it can get caught or wedged on something, because it's a foreign object, right? It's not stool. Stool, you know, follows the path of your guts, and it's malleable. But a foreign object like that isn't. So it can get stuck. It could fuck up your intestines. I mean, you could. Guys have gone out like for emergency surgery for shit like that, or if it busts open and it's dope, now your life's in danger. So that's why I don't recommend doing shit like that if you have a choice. And then also, you know, like the guy said, you're responsible for this. So if if you're asked to do something and you're doing that shit, if you get caught with it or you lose it, you're fucked. If you get caught with it, you got to ride the beef, right? So you got legal consequences, you've got administrative consequences, and that includes going to the hole, catching a new beef, a new case. You don't want that. Losing good time, losing privileges, losing your visits, all that shit. But like not only that, but you're gonna have a DP coming from your peers, like the because you fucked up. You're not like you're a real convict doesn't get caught with shit. So you getting caught with it meant you did something wrong, like you didn't fucking hoop it. You said, oh, I'm just gonna fucking put it on the shelf, and you know, at yard I can bring it out in my shoe like a dumbass and get caught. You're fucked. So I recommend like not doing that if you have a choice. But sometimes you don't have a choice. Sometimes you gotta fucking do what you're called upon to do, because you know, being part of the whatever organization you're riding with, and that is, you know, that word is interchangeable with your race. Okay, it's not necessarily, you don't go to prison and you're not automatically a gang member, but your race that you ride with, it kind of operates like a gang, if that makes sense. So, you know, sometimes you gotta do what's asked of you. And as far as like holding on to shit and like bringing shit to yard, like in that video, the reason for that usually it just has to do with logistics and the luck of like where you happen to be living. So if you're living in a cell block that where like, you know, someone higher up on the totem pole in a different building needs to grab something from that building that you live in, you're going to be asked to grab that, be responsible for it, hoop it, bring it to yard, then pass it to him, and then, you know, so on and so forth. And that's how like we get shit around. Like we can get shit to touch entirely different yards. You know, like not the same yard you're on, but like if you're on A yard, you know, you can get shit over to B yard, C yard. You can get out to the minimum facility, and vice versa. So that's kind of like how we do shit. You know, you see in that clip the intimidation factor was up. Like, do this or else, you know, find out. Like, they're not really gonna get at you like that unless you kind of give them static or have an attitude about it. But like, you know, you're gonna. It's more like you're just gonna be like, the peer pressure is there though. The peer pressure is there, and then also, you know, it's a little bit of manipulation. You get groomed into the camaraderie, because there is a level of camaraderie when you go to prison and you're riding a car. There is some camaraderie there, because like all the fellows, whether you like them or not, they have your back and you have theirs, you know. And when the shit hits the fan, so yeah, so you'd be groomed a little differently, but it could go to the intimidation factor if you like protest or fucking. You don't really want to say no, especially if it's like that dude in the video. It's his first time in prison. Like you damn near owe putting in work. So you kind of got to just do. It's like you're the low man on the totem pole. Shit rolls downhill. I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye.